All of his
Alright, so it's a
were
reset.
gone. What could it mean?
We got a
Stanley
fresh start
decided to
here.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So that it had his own plot line, and he decides to break it, and then they stay there forever because the story won't progress. Wow.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through this again.
This was not the correct way to the meeting
Then I'm gonna
room,
cross
and
through and not
Stanley
go to
knew
the
it
maintenance
perfectly
area.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge.
Yes.
What
So
a room,
beautiful.
Stanley thought to himself. What a room, what a room, what a room. This is what Stanley thought. What a room. What a room, what a room.
Yes.
What a
so
room.
beautiful.
Va-va-voom.
What?
What a room.
Va-va-boom. What a room.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Meow.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yep. That's how it goes.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
They barricaded
office,
the broom
hoping he
closet.
might
Oh,
find
well.
an answer there.
Let's go down. Yeah, let's
Coming
go down.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope. No, I didn't.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
Now the
and
door's
in such
locked.
a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would
It's
think
true.
he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked
yeah,
down?
that's true.
Why did doors close automatically
It's a
behind
floating
him
camera.
wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He
Oh, look.
just hadn't found
Yeah,
the
they are
words for it.
repeating.
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt.
Just keep
to have
running through
finally
these?
found
Are you
an answer,
serious?
an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
Here, open this. Get in
He
the car
wasn't
and
going to lose
drive.
his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, wait, I am.
Then
Look.
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Amazing.
How was he remaining so lucid?
Knew them drugs was
And
the
then
shit,
perhaps
man.
the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head
Oh!
everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing
What's going on?
me,
I'm scared now.
thinking
What's
about
happening?
How it's describing my
Open this
thoughts,
door.
he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
How does he explain everything else
Stanley
then?
is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all,
Infinite
he
loop.
knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Infinite
Did the
loop.
voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
Zip along.
That this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Oh,
He felt
there you
the
go.
cool weight of the blanket on his
Relax.
skin, the press of the mattress on his
Stretch.
back. the fresh air
Enjoy.
of the world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
All right, restart.
I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
What a very cool ending.
Everything will be
All right,
fine.
restart it.
I am okay.
Oh, shit. It was a trick. Ha ha ha!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is
Help!
Stanley. I have a
Help
boss.
me!
I have an office.
Help me!
I am real. Please, just someone
Help
tell
me!
I am real.
Help me!
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Help me! I can't get through doors.
Everything went black.
Oh, okay, cool. Everything went black.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her...
Oh, and she found
But on
Stanley.
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
So in this
And
one, he
though
goes
she
crazy.
soon turned to go call for an ambulance. For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of
Instead
her
of this
life.
lunatic on the
She
floor.
had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Didn't even call the cops. So how does he get out? Maybe he never was trapped in there. He was just stuck in his mind and he was completely crazy. I don't know. It's a lot to contemplate.